One of the things I talked about last week was the potential for an upcoming ammo shortage. Had a lot of comments that have been coming through on that, and a lot of people have wisely pointed out that really the ammo shortage never really stopped. There was a little bit of a lull in demand, so basically supply kind of caught up a little bit. So when you go and look at your shelves, it's like, oh, there's stuff there. Yeah. A lot of people have this idea. It's like, oh, everything's caught up, everything's back to normal. I'll wait for prices to come down. And I was trying to let people know that it isn't really that way. There's actually the supply has caught up with current demand because demand has went down. Part of it is it's the winter time. People aren't out there shooting as much. I know we haven't been. And so stuff was built up a little bit. However, there's a bunch of things going on, and I pointed out some of those, and I just wanted to point out some more. So I got some additional information, and this is more information on the latest Ukraine package as far as stuff that's being sent to Ukraine. So it's additional munitions, so some of it's Patriot air defense systems, additional ammunitions for high-mobility artillery rocket systems.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those on the shelf last time I was at my favorite.
You know, they were a little short. I wanted to get one of those for myself. 155 and 105 millimeter artillery rounds, 120 millimeter mortar rounds, 25 millimeter ammunition, two launched optically tracked wire-guided missiles. We might know those better as TOW missiles.
There you go.
Honestly, I didn't know those were still as much of a thing, but they're still useful, and so we're sending a bunch of those.
Ukraine's using them.
Yep. Approximately 400 grenade launchers and 200,000 rounds of ammunition for it. That's just
ding,
staggering.
ding, ding, ding.
11 tactical vehicles and recovery equipment, 61 heavy fuel tankers, 10 trucks, and 10 trailers to transport heavy equipment, testing and diagnostic equipment, spare parts and field equipment. And here's the part, though, that I want to make sure that you kind of focus in on. Also, an additional order for 23 million rounds of small arms ammunition. So that's going to be your 5.56 and 9 millimeter primarily. So that's another big chunk that's going to be taken out of the supply chain. So there again, shortages are going to start showing up more. And this is on top of the over and above the 150 million rounds of small arms ammo already allocated from U.S. supplies and purchased for the Ukrainian forces. So just keep in mind, there's still a war going on. They're still needing to send an awful lot of stuff over there for it. So if you happen to see that box of whatever ammo that is on the shelf, and you've been thinking, I'll wait until the price comes down, you might want to just go ahead and pick that up. So.
Good advice. Good advice. We never really got back to pre-shortage pricing.
No.
I'm going to say that we are at least 25%. We came down to 25% higher than what it was on most of our normal rounds. 9 millimeter, 223, 5.56, 7.62. All that stuff was never actually got back down.
And some of it, I don't think it ever will, because supply chain, impacts, just inflation. Raw goods, metals and stuff have gotten more expensive. So some of it's never going to come down all the way, but I think it's came down to about as low as it's going to go.
Would you venture to say that we are at the bottom of the price right now that we're going to see in the foreseeable future?
Yes, I would say that.
Go ahead and buy it up.
I would say if you see what you call, if you look at it and go, oh, that's cheaper and I've seen it for a while, buy it.
Buy it, yep. So the last line on this this printout you have here is staggering to me, and you didn't mention it. As of today, as of after April 4th, the Defense Department has gifted Ukraine $35.1 billion.
Yep.
So math, $80 billion to the Taliban, $35.1 billion to Ukraine.
Yep.
That's a sizable chunk of change.
That is not an insignificant amount.
And to back up what you said last week on your thing, that is going to have an impact not only on civilian ability to purchase ammunition, but how about the replenishment of our ability to defend our nation?
And that's actually, over and above the impact it's causing us being able to just buy ammo for ourselves, that is something that concerns me. We're talking years to replenish some of these, military supplies to bring them back up to peacetime levels.
Right.
So the world is getting to be a scarier and scarier place. We might want some of those 155
Right.
millimeter or 105 millimeter artillery rounds for our own use.
I want the Patriot missile.
I hope you've enjoyed this clip from the Craig's Gun Channel Random Shots program. The program airs Thursdays at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. On Random Shots, we discuss content from ranging anything from preparedness, survival, politics, firearms, basically anything that's 2A related, with sometimes some rabbit trails on things that aren't related at all. If you enjoy this type of programming, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified when we release new content. And if you like it, hit the like button and share us if you would as well. It helps the algorithm and helps the channel grow and helps get our message out. So I guess until next time, stay safe.